Hey everybody, it's Mary Jo. I'm here to make some sourdough with you. Let me get my stand here. I have all my spoils from the garden here, but I wanted to make sure that I do this video for you for sourdough. And then Molly will come in and make it all pretty as reels and all the things. So remember, with your sourdough, the first thing you need to do is to get your scale out. Give yourself a 0 on whatever bowl you're doing. The first thing that we're gonna make today is some focaccia, because I thought focaccia would be good with a salad and a steak tonight. So the recipe calls for 425 grams of water. Now this is RO water. It's the same as distilled or bottled water. We just make it ourselves. Paul has a little machine, so I just let him make it with his little machine. And so then I just put it in my bottles and use it over and over, and it saves on plastic, saves on all things. And then Dolani is here and she's ready to rock and roll. Look at Dolani. Didn't she pretty? She's all puffy and ready to go. So Dolani has had a week of fun because I have been feeding her every day just to make, oh, and she smells so pretty. Let me grab a scoop. She smells so good today. It's always nice to smell good. Make sure you 0 in between. And this calls for 110 grams. It's usually around, so I make heavy sourdough, so I put a little extra, but she's floating. She's doing all the right things here for focaccia bread. So 110 grams of sourdough starter. I gotta move this, put water in that. Now this is gonna be a video series because it's gonna have to all be spliced together because, you know, it has to proof and all of that. And then we need 13 grams of salt, so let me grab that, which is usually 2 teaspoons, or 1.75 teaspoons, whatever you want to do. And that's it. And then our flour. So I'm going to grab my flour. I milled this last week, so it's ready to go. And then we need 500 grams of flour. Now I'm going to try and find the whisk that I use, but my daughter likes to put it in random places. So I don't see it, so I might just use a fork. You don't always have to use a whisk, you guys. You can always use a fork. So I'm just going to mix this around, make it liquidy, just like that. And then I need to 0 it again and put in 500 grams of flour. And this is going to be a real shaggy dough because there's a lot of water in this. And that's the difference between focaccia and bread dough, is you're going to it's going to be a little thinner because it's going to eat more and make more bubbles. I know, it sounds kind of weird. Your bread is going to eat more and make more bubbles. Okay, whatever works. 500 exactly. Cool thing about using a scale is you can just put a scoop in your flour and then go ahead, 0, turn it off, put it back in its home. You can just use a scoop in your flour or sugar or whatever, and then you don't have to lose all your measuring cups into your canisters. So we're just gonna mix this together, and in a minute I'm gonna get my hand in there. I'll get it wet. But you can start with your fork to get it started so it's not too gushy. All right. This is where we're at so far. Let me bring you over a little closer. Turn you down a little so you can see. Because why not? Let me get my hand wet and we will knead this puppy up. So when you put a little water on your hands, it won't stick as bad. And then I just want to make sure all this flour is incorporated into the liquid because I want that kind of dough. The next dough I'm gonna make is gonna be just regular bread dough. We've done that before in the past. This one's just focaccia. So you see how it's a little stickier? The bread dough comes together a lot easier. It also has oil in it and honey. The focaccia does not. It's just a dry bread. So it's just flour, water, salt, and starter. And like I said, it's gonna be a little stickier. The more you work it, the more it'll come together, but we're gonna have to let it rest. So this is as much as it's gonna come together so far. So now I'm gonna rinse my hands off here real quick. I can't wait to have this for dinner. I'm gonna make garlic, salted garlic focaccia bread tonight to go with this salad. And I'm gonna pull a couple steaks from that quarter cow that I showed you guys. Pull them out of the freezer and get that going. So now what I have to do is I have to let it rest. So I just put my little shower curtain over it. I'm gonna let it rest. Hey everybody, I'm back. Listen, the focaccia that I started the other day, we already ate it. So I had to make a new loaf for you to see all of the ways it happens. So made the new dough, just like I showed you before. It's risen, and now we're gonna do the pour out and shaping, okay? So we have our stoneware bar pan here. This is a Pampered Chef item. Love it. You know, I love my stoneware. And then this is the Pampered Chef olive oil spritzer. I'm just gonna spritz here. You don't want, did you guys know that the spray that you get at the store is like silicone? You're ingesting silicone. Yeah, not a fun thing to do, guys. Don't do it. Now, this is my focaccia dough. So I'm simply gonna pull this, it's all bubbly, and I'm gonna pour it out. And it should hopefully mostly come out. See, look at that. Mostly came out. Gonna get a little more here. And then I'm gonna put this in the sink because I want that dough to get out of that bowl. So the cool thing about sourdough is that as you feed it, since you put your flour in it, every time flour's added to it, it just keeps on eating. So it's just been sitting here eating and getting big. See all the bubbles? Yeah. So we're just gonna spread this out to the side. This is where you get to play with your food. Yeah, yeah, yeah. And keep squishing it and stretching it. You wanna try and get it all the way out as you can. This is the way we're gonna kind of quote unquote shape the dough, right? It's just to get it to the sides. It's wanting to bounce back, but that's okay. We'll just keep pushing it back and it'll go eventually. And then what we do is we cover it and we let it sit for usually about an hour until it doubles. And then we're gonna get to add our toppings and do all of that and bake it. Super yummy. You can make this sweet or savory. I kind of want to make this an apple cinnamon one. Apple cinnamon focaccia, but I don't know yet. Haven't decided. Okay, so that is our focaccia. We're going to let it sit for an hour. Okay, guys, so it's time. Our focaccia is bubbly. And we get to go and play in it. Let me wash my hands. And you can make this savory or sweet, whatever you want. I decided to go with savory because that's my family. They're not into sweets. So we're gonna dimple it. So we're gonna push it, and it's still cold. I don't know why it's not dimpling. Get my fingers wet. There we go. So you're gonna dimple it like that, and then we're gonna put some oil on it, And then what I have decided to use tonight is, push this in a little more, is garlic and herb from Pampered Chef and everything bagel from Pampered Chef, because I love it. And of course it's in the stoneware bar pan, just saying. So you're just gonna add all your seasonings on top. You could put some thyme. If you want to do fresh garlic, you could do that. I'm not tonight. I'm just putting garlic and herb on it. It's kind of like a quick go-to. I'm making biscuits and gravy tonight for dinner, you guys. Yeah, baby. I've been anchoring for biscuits and gravy. And then I'm gonna put some everything bagel on it. A little bit of chunkier taste. I'm gonna squish it in again. Then we'll bake it up and you'll get to see the final results. Just squish it back in. Okay. All right, I'll be back. And here you have it, fresh out of the oven. So much yumminess. Look at that. Doesn't it look great? And it's nice and crisp. It's perfect. So we're gonna let that cool a little while and then we can cut into it. I hope that if you want to have a sourdough class, you just need to let me know and we can either do Zoom and I ship you things, or I come to your house. So whatever you like. Okay guys, happy Flamingo Aloha Friday, whenever that Friday is. Aloha!